with Ilia Topuria, though, right? He got that fight now. And I love Max Holloway, by the way. I got to say, even I interviewed Yancy Medeiros, another Hawaiian. So I got love for the Hawaiians. My mom's from Hawaii. So I'm super excited for the Max Holloway Ilia Topuria fight. Any thoughts on that?
The size could make a difference. And the fact that Max Holloway did agree that he got dropped that last fight, but
He admitted it,
apparently never did. Um,
according to the stats.
yeah, according to the stats, he never did. I don't think if Ilya drops Max Holloway, then he'll be the first to ever do it. Then Ilya is the best 45er. I think Max Holloway is the veteran, and he'll just show Ilya the speed difference. Ilya's slow. Ilya's slow, but he does have good grappling, and I've never seen Max Holloway grapple.
Right. Max is more of an anti-wrestler, I would say.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he's definitely stay on the feet. He's a boxer. He's definitely 100 just boxing. Barely throws leg kicks, barely throws kicks at all. Just a boxer.
If I kind of break him down a little bit, though, Ilya's even more of a boxer, you know? But I guess Ilya's
Yes,
got some
but
grappling.
his grappling is really good. Ilya's
Yeah.
grappling is very good.
Okay. And I guess if you try to break down their skill sets from your professional perspective, um, where do you think, what are the X factors here? I guess because you fuck with Max, let's go on this way where it's like, what does Max need to do to get that title back?
Okay. So against Ilya, I would say he's just got to outbox him. That's it. The boxing's the only thing he's gonna play a part. Ilya just comes forward, tight defense, and boxes. If you can outbox Ilya, you'll win. Shooting on him doesn't make sense. He's a good wrestler. He's gonna defend your takedowns. He's defended like everybody's takedown so far. And then when it comes to grappling, like I said, his grappling is really good. So there's probably no point in trying that. I would mix it up for sure. Maybe like tag the legs, lead kicks. I don't know. I don't recall the stance, but if you can start timing front lead kicks so he can get his rhythm off, start hurting the lead leg, then I think that's going to be his way to victory.
Okay. So take out that front leg because he's got
Yeah,
that heavy
because
weight on the
he's
front
a
foot.
heavy boxer. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
heavy boxer. My goal would be to damage that lead leg. So you have to either switch stance or you can't really put power into your punches anymore.
Okay. And Max has just fought Gaethje. He's been fighting Volkanovski. So if you ask me, Max has way better leg kicks than Ilya because he's been training it.
For sure.
So I think that could be a big X factor: the boxing and the calf kicks or something like that.
That's it.
Right? How do you feel about his spinning kick? Because that one obviously landed on Gaethje, and that's a nice little distance
I feel like
kick.
he said he practiced it too.
Dude, I've been
Uh,
following Max for a long time. That was on his YouTube channel like at least like 7 or 8 years ago, like him teaching it in the garage because he hit it in one of his first few UFC fights. And even it's in the video game on the original UFC game, like UFC 2 and 3, he's
the
always had
spinning.
that kick. Yeah, he's always had it.
I've
So
never
it's like
really seen him throw. I don't see this man throw kicks.
he
But yeah,
stopped. I
no,
think he stopped for a while.
it was good. It was good timing.
Yeah. Do you think that can play a factor in, I guess, like, stunning Ilya or something like that?
Oh, for sure. I would throw weird stuff that Ilya hasn't seen before. Absolutely. Because you're just gonna straight up box with Ilya, you're probably not gonna win. So like when he fought Jai Herbert, the random head kick that came behind a punch is what knocked him down. That's the stuff you gotta throw. Hidden techniques, switch kicks, stuff like that.
Okay. I think if I'm not mistaken, right, Max dropped Volk with a head kick one time, right, in their second fight or something like that in Abu Dhabi.
Ooh. I miss him.
I think he got it on the back of his head a little bit. So maybe
Miss him.
Max has some head kicks he could pull out of his arsenal.
For sure, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta throw him out there.
Okay. And then I had another question. Oh, here's what I was gonna say. Because obviously when you talk about boxing, right, you're saying it's really gonna come down to boxing. I think personally they got really good boxing. The Hawaiians got good boxing. Ilya's clearly proven himself he's got good boxing. I would say though, when it comes to boxing, sometimes the range is like the big deciding factor. And
Yeah.
obviously Max is taller and stuff, but
He's got
Ilya's really good. Do you think it's
he's
gonna play
got
much of a
range.
difference?
It just depends on how good of a boxer Max Holloway is. Because you MMA and boxing are two different things, and you can tell, you can see it in every sport. When MMA fighters try to do boxing, they always lose. Um, and we saw that recently. No harm, but to Mike Perry and Jake Paul. Jake Paul is strictly a boxer. He's been training boxing. He's been spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to become a better boxer. And Mike Perry's a fighter. He has done MMA. He does bare knuckle boxing right now. But bare knuckle boxing is not like strategic boxing. It's who can hit harder, faster. So there's no gameplay. There's no methodical thinking to how you're going to beat your opponent. Boxing is all like range, jab, weaken the body, up top, hard hit here, weaken the body. And that's what happened in that fight. The body shots and the jabs really slowed Mike down. And that's because Jake knows how to box. So if Max Holloway knows how to box in that fashion, he can definitely beat Ilia. Ilia looks like he has boxed before 100 fights at least. He's definitely boxed. But he's definitely a close range fighter. He's definitely someone who's going to push forward and get in your pocket. But if Max Holloway can pop the jab and move angles, yeah, he'll win.
Yeah.
Slow him
Okay.
down.
And I guess one other devil's advocate I have on this topic before we wrap it up is, and then I just got a couple more for you. So maybe like 10 more minutes. So
No,
we'll
you're
be
good.
Okay.
I'm chilling.
With Max is, this is just a personal thought I have sometimes. Because if I'm thinking one of the best striking rule sets to transition to MMA, you got Pereira there right now. I'm thinking kickboxing, because kickboxing, when you train defense in kickboxing, you're also training for like head kicks to avoid those. But in boxing, those slips and stuff, that has no consideration for a head kick coming. And do you think, with that being said, like, could Ilia be a little too boxing heavy?
Yeah.
And like some of his head movements, could be susceptible to a head kick?
The only time I've seen him get dropped is by a head kick. So
Right.
I definitely see that.
I guess, yeah, history already proved that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a head kick. I think if Max Holloway wants to shock Ilia, throw head kicks and throw a bunch. Like hide him behind punches, switch him, throw him in the random, throw him in the open. The spinning back kick, I mean, you know how to land it, throw it. Especially since Ilya's small. So you throw it at his body. If he ducks, it hits him in the face. I mean,
I love it, man. I'm so excited for this one. So I'll be watching closely. I actually even, the reason why I know that you fuck with Max and stuff is because I'll even be watching Max's streams. And then I'll see you hop in there, like DM him or something like that. It's like, oh, what a beast boy. Like, what a Mike. So I'm like, yeah, this guy still fucks with him. And you told me back in the day.